This one's really beautiful and intricate. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the Picot Fan Stitch. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. For this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 12 plus 2. So in my case, I have 26. For row 1, you want to do 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So we're skipping 1 and then into the next 1 single crochet. Now you're going to start your row repeat. You're going to chain 5. That's 5. And now you're going to skip 3 chains and do 1 single crochet into the next. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3, and into the next doing 1 single crochet. And now we do that until the end of the row. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the row repeat by chaining 5, skipping 3, and then doing 1 single crochet into the next. So you do that until you get to the end of the row, and I will see you when you're there. So at the end of the row, you'll see that you'll finish with a single crochet into the very last chain. And that there is the end of row 1. For row 2, you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chain 5 counts as a double crochet and a chain 2, by the way. And you want to flip your work. You can start your row repeat now. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the first chain 5 arch, which is this one here. So into there, you're going to do 1 single crochet, just around the chain, essentially. So 1 single crochet. And then you're going to do 8 double crochets into the next chain 5 arch. So into this one here, we're going to do 8 double crochets just around the chain space. So that's 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Now continuing the row repeat, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next arch, just this one here. Around the chain space, you just do a single crochet. Now you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that ends the row repeat. So you want to go back to the beginning of it by doing a single crochet into the next chain 5 arch. So a single crochet there. And now do 8 double crochets into the next arch, into the next 5 chain space. So you do 8 of those. 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay.
Now you've done 8. Now continuing the row repeat, you would do 1 single crochet into the next arch, which is the next 5 chain space. And if you had more stitches, you would want to continue the row repeat by doing a chain 5 and then back to the beginning of the row repeat. In my case, I'm at the end of the row here, so I've done my final single crochet. And you're going to do a chain 2 to finish off this row. And then do 1 double crochet into the last single crochet. So into the very last stitch there, you're going to do a double crochet to finish off this row. And that there is the end of row 2. For row 3, you're going to chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the very first stitch. So into that first stitch, you do 1 single crochet. And now you are going to skip the chain 2 space and the single crochet. And you're going to work a picot double crochet on top of 7 double crochet. So I'll explain how to do that. Essentially, you're going on top of the first double crochet of the previous, let's call these fans of double crochets. So you're going to go into that first double crochet that you see, with a double crochet. So you do a double crochet on top of the double crochet. Now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This is to create the picot essentially. And so now you want to go on top of the double crochet you just created. You want to insert your hook there. So let me just show you up close. That's the top there. So we're inserting our hook into that spot and then basically just doing a slip stitch. So grabbing the yarn and pulling through both loops on your hook for a slip stitch. So what that's done is it's added this like little peak on top of the double crochet, which is a picot. So you're going to do that a total of 7 times. I'm going to do it again with you. Onto the next double crochet, you do a double crochet, then a chain 3, and now you go onto the top of the double crochet you just created, onto that space, and you create a slip stitch, grabbing the yarn and pulling through all the loops you have to add that picot on top of the double crochet. And so you want to do that a total of 7 times, and I will see you when you've done that. Okay, so I just finished my 7th picot double crochet. So as you can see, we can count them here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the picots right on top of them. And so now you're going to go back to the row repeat, and you're going to do just a double crochet into the next double crochet. So you should have 1 double crochet left in that fan of 8. And so on top of there, you're going to do a double crochet. And now to finish off the row repeat, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next arch. So into this chain 5 arch, there you're going to do a single crochet. And that ends the row repeat. You can go back to the beginning of it. The beginning of the row repeat is the 7 picot double crochets, then a double crochet, and then a single crochet into the 5 chain space. In my case, I won't have a next 5 chain space, so I won't be able to show you that twice. But let's go back to the beginning of the row repeat. Remember, you skip the single crochet. You skip all these chains, the single crochet, and puts you at the first double crochet of the previous fan. And then you're going to start your double crochet picots. So we are going to do this a total of 7 times. That's my first one there. So do that a total of 7 times, and I will see you when you're there. Okay, so here I have done my 7 double crochet with the picots on top. And so at the very last double crochet of this fan, I'm going to just do 1 double crochet. And I lied earlier, you do have your final chain 5 there. And so to finish off the row repeat, you essentially just do 1 single crochet around that chain 5, and that will finish this row. So that there is the end of row 3. For row 4, you are going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you're going to flip your work. You're going to skip 2 picots, so those little bumps at the top, you're going to skip 2 of them, and now you're going to start your row repeat. So you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next picot. So essentially you just want to find kind of like the hole in the middle, because it's a chain 3, right? So going into the middle of the picot, you're going to do a single crochet. To be honest, I don't know the exact spot. I kind of just find the middle and go in there. I don't think it matters that much, as long as you're not pulling it, like pulling one of the loops of the chain, you should be good. So go back to the beginning of the row repeat. You're going to chain 5, 3, 4, 5. Skip the last 2 picots. We're skipping those. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet into the single crochet. So into the single crochet, you do a double crochet. Continuing the row repeat, you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to skip 2 picot stitches to finish the row repeat. So going back to the beginning of it, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next picot, which is the third one basically. So into there you do a single crochet, then you chain 5. So at the end of the row here, you're going to be left with 2 picots, a double crochet, and your single crochet. And so essentially you're skipping the last 2 picots, the double crochet, and then doing a double crochet on top of the single crochet of the previous row to finish off this row. And to kind of just make the edges straight. And that there is the end of row 4. For row 5, you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chain 5 counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. And you want to flip your work. So now you're going to start the row repeat. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the next chain 5 arch, which is this one here. This chain 5. You do 1 single crochet. Then you're going to do 8 double crochets into the next arch. So you do 8 double crochets here, kind of like what you did in row 2. So 2, this is 3, and I'll see you when you have 8. So I just did my 8 double crochets into the next arch. So continuing the row repeat, you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next arch. So 1 single crochet there. And now you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you can go back to the beginning of the row repeat. Essentially, the beginning of the row repeat was 1 single crochet into the next chain 5 arch. So 1 single crochet there. Then you do 8 double crochets into the next, and then a single crochet into the next one, finishing off with 5 chains. So for now, we're going to do the 8 double crochets. I'll see you here when you have 8. Okay, so I just did my 8 double crochets into the same arch. And now continuing the row repeat, you want to do 1 single crochet into the next one. And if you had more chains or more stitches, you would continue the row repeat and finish it off with a chain 5. And go back to the beginning of it. In my case, I'm at the very last arch. And so after doing that single crochet, you're going to chain 2. And then do 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain from the turning chain. So I count up. So I have 1, 2, 3. So into that 3rd chain, I'm going to do a double crochet to finish off row 5. And so that here is the end of row 5. Moving forward, you just want to repeat rows 3 through 5 until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. Here is what it looks like. This one is absolutely wild. Just, I don't know what word to use for this. This is just absolutely beautiful and intricate. Those picots add a little more height to the stitch, but also just like a different detail to it. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.